This video is for a one-point linear perspective for the landscape drawing with a building project. I want to remind you, if you haven't already done this, the Menlo Atherton Library has paper for you guys. The papers for this project and our next project. It has pencils. If you weren't able to take your drawing pencils home with you, there are pencils there, there are erasers there, and there's even some rulers that you can borrow from there. If you have these materials already, you don't need the pencil, the ruler, and the eraser if you already have them. But you're going to need more paper as we go through the rest of this project, and if we need to, into our next project. I don't know what's going to happen after spring break. So please make sure that you've got the materials. Go to the Menlo Atherton High School Library between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. Monday through Friday this week. They're going to be closed on spring break to get materials. You'll also see that there's watercolors for us and pink brushes if the tray of watercolors that you take doesn't have a paintbrush in it. And I'll talk a little bit more about that as we get to it. But as you collect the materials, make sure you have everything you need. If you look at this paper, I've got it going horizontally. The paper's longer than it is tall, and I've measured a line that divides it in half horizontally, and I've put it right in the middle of the paper, and I've labeled it at the left-hand side horizon line. HL stands for horizon line, and at the right-hand side EL for eye level. The horizon line is always at your eye level. We'll talk about that a little bit differently in another video, all right? All you need to know is this represents our eye level. So we're going to draw a box that's on eye level, part of it above, part below, another box that's going to be above eye level, and another box that's going to be below eye level. And then you're going to shade each of the boxes with one light source, kind of like what we did with the 5 forms that we did with charcoal, but now we're using pencil only. So to get this started, you need to draw yourself a horizon line, label it HL and EL. They're the same thing. It just changes our view of things, whether we're up high or down low, looking straight in front of us at our eye level. All right, so we're going to draw one box right in about the middle. We're going to start by putting in a vanishing point right in the middle of the paper. We're going to put a vertical line. Remember, a box has vertical edges and horizontal edges and edges that go back in space. It has height, it has width, and it goes back in space for depth. That's what we're going to try to emulate here. We're going to draw the front face of the box first. Please make it a 2-inch tall box. So I'm going to start my line, my vertical line. It's vertical. I can see it's parallel to the side edge and 90-degree angle to the horizon line. Double check, make sure. And you're going to start an inch above the line, the horizon line, and draw a vertical line that stops an inch below. So that's the starting place. We're going to then draw in the top edge of the box. Now I want to just tell you a secret. When we have a vanishing point next to a box on the horizon line, we actually need to use 2-point perspective. So we're kind of simplifying it. We're making it a little less than true, but this is a good start. Then you want to make a line that goes to the left 2 inches. We're going to make a 2-inch by 2-inch box. So I'm putting it parallel to the horizon line, and I'm going to draw my line at the bottom over 2 inches. And then I'm going to do the same thing at the top. I'm putting any inch mark at the top at that line, and I'm making sure that my ruler is parallel to the bottom edge of the box that I just drew. Now you want to make sure you don't go off the paper as you're doing this. So if you made it too close to the left-hand side, you want to move it closer to the vanishing point. Now I've got 3 sides. I've got the top, the right-hand side, and the bottom. Now I'm just going to connect the top and bottom together to make the front face of my box. All right, so there's my box in a flat term as a square. Now I'm going to go from this corner down to the vanishing point, this corner up to the vanishing point, to make the side edges going away from us. So the easiest thing to do is put your pencil right on the corner, and then move your ruler up next to it and put your ruler on the vanishing point at the horizon line, and draw your line in. And then do the same thing at the bottom. Put it right at the corner and draw it right up to the vanishing point at the same place where the top line met to make your side edges going back in space. Now we want to make the box look like it stops before it goes to infinity and beyond. So we're going to put in a back vertical edge that is parallel to the front vertical edge. So the easiest thing to do, put your ruler right next to it and then move it over the distance that you think it needs to go to be believable. And it should be about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch is a good estimation, right? and there's my back edge. Now it looks like it went a little crooked. It needs to be solely, completely parallel to the front edge. If it's not going to be believable. So I'm going to go back in and straighten it up. All right, so there's my box in 3 dimensions using 1 point linear perspective on the horizon line. Erase the lines that you can't see through the box that are part of the horizon line. All right, so you're getting rid of anything you can't see. This is not there, right? So the horizon line is being blocked by our box. If we don't erase it, it's not going to be believable. We also want to get rid of the guidelines that helped us to get there, so we erase them completely. The top one and the bottom one. All right, and then on this box, write on, EL, for on eye level. So it's right on the horizon line, half of it above, half below, and that means it's on eye level. Do a good job erasing all the lines that don't belong. I didn't do that, but I'm going to before the next one. Our next video is going to do with drawing a box above the horizon line called above eye level. So look for that one when you're done with this one.